In Europe, there are about 26,000 fatalities in road traffic per year. Despite the improvements in recent years, road accidents and their consequences remain a serious social problem. Especially vulnerable road users, such as pedestrians or cyclists, represent a particularly serious safety concern. The InDeV project focuses on the safety of vulnerable road users and aims at developing an in-depth understanding of the causation of their accidents.
If we want to improve safety of the vulnerable road users, we really need to understand which risk factors play a role. In the InDeV project, we provide guidance for practitioners on how to identify and analyze these risk factors. We want to support them both with knowledge and technical tools.
The traditional way of doing safety analysis is often based on accidents and their consequences. However, the information in police reports is limited and the causational chain that leads to the accident often remains unclear. Furthermore, since accidents have become rare incidents, it becomes more difficult to draw reliable conclusions.
We want to promote a proactive approach to safety analysis. For example, we can learn a lot about real accidents by observing near misses, situations where a collision was luckily avoided at the very last moment.
Within the InDeV project, video cameras were installed in 6 European countries and a large amount of video data was collected at several locations. Based on this experience, the researchers have made recommendations on what equipment to use, how long observations are necessary, and much more. They have created a specialized software that can assist the expert to analyze huge amounts of video data and find the relevant situations.
One of the software tools, the watchdog, is specifically optimized for processing large video recordings and for removing video data when nothing of relevance happens. Depending on the traffic complexity, the watchdog can reduce the time use with up to 80% and let the expert focus on what is really of importance.
Another part of the project was to examine self-reporting tools. For example, a mobile app was developed to detect accidents of vulnerable road users based on motion data. To test the algorithm, simulated cycling and walking accidents were performed by a stuntman as well as with a crash test dummy. The InDeV project also investigated the economic aspects of vulnerable road user accidents. Accidents have a considerable impact on the economy of a country.
As a first step, we compared existing concepts for accident cost calculation in European countries. We found that vulnerable road users are hardly ever considered separately in such concepts.
Accident costs form an integral part of cost-benefit analyses, which are crucial for the choice of safety measures and road designs. One major challenge in assessing accidents costs is the underreporting of accidents.
On the basis of our findings, we developed recommendations for an adapted accident cost calculation for vulnerable road users. These recommendations focus on the safety of vulnerable road users and involve methods to deal with underreporting.
All the methods developed in InDeV are compiled in the form of a handbook. The book is written in plain English. We hope that the book will function as a toolbox, and everyone will find the right method or tools depending on the problem, data, and resources available. We believe that our work will help to better understand why accidents with vulnerable road users occur and how they can be prevented.